What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a workout session. It's very imperative that you take care of your body by exercising, which is just one of the ways. So as you can see in the beginning of this video, I am definitely stretching myself out. Definitely make sure that you stretch yourself out properly, because stretching does make sure that you don't get any injuries during your workout and after your workout. You have to make sure that you stretch. I spend at least like 10 to 15 minutes stretching before I work out anything. It's very important that you warm your muscles out, and so that when you start to exercise, your body is already warmed out, and that it doesn't feel stressed when you start putting a lot of pressure on it. So definitely make sure that you invest in stretching. And I think before I used to invest my time in stretching, I used to get a lot of muscle aches. They were really bad after my workouts. So in order for me to prevent them being even worse, I just make sure that I spend the time stretching out. I cannot emphasize how important it is, and definitely make sure that you do it. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, in this first exercise, you're going to need what is called a weighted medicine ball. And what you're basically going to do is that you're going to lunge with, do a lunge, and then you're going to start taking the ball and basically bouncing it side to side. This one definitely challenges your core, your legs, and it's targeting your arms as well. And you make sure that you do each round, you have to rotate each leg to make sure. You can see that I was kind of cheating a bit. I wasn't bending correctly, and you're supposed to be in a proper lunge, and that's what I'm saying. This one can be very challenging. So you just need to make sure that how you've lunged is actually correct. And I would advise standing next to a mirror so that you can see if you're lunging correctly. It can be very challenging because it does also help you basically learn how to be stable while you are busy. These exercises are my favorite, and they get your heart pumping so much. And I really love including them in a full body workout because you really get to hit a lot of things at a time. Just make sure that the ball that you're using, you're comfortable with it. I think I was using a 6 kg. It doesn't have to be extremely heavy, otherwise you won't be as stable. But if you feel like you can go heavier, then go ahead, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I was using a 6 kg and it was really challenging for me, but I enjoy them at the same time because they do get your heart pumping really well. And in between the exercises, just make sure that you are taking little to no rest in between the exercises, because you're doing 3 sets at a time. And then in between the different exercises, you can take at least a minute off, a minute to a minute and a half before you move on to the next exercise. Okay, so for this next exercise, you are going to be needing a kettlebell, and just make sure that you pick a weight that you are comfortable with. For myself, I used a 8 kg. If you want for reference, just make sure that it's not too heavy that you can't come up. So basically what you're going to do is that you're gonna take the kettlebell, put it onto one shoulder, and then you're gonna basically be going down with the opposite leg. So as you can see here, the kettlebell is on the one side and the foot that I'm using to go down is the opposite leg, and that same leg is the one that you're going to be using to stand up, and you're going to be feeling this on your quads. This is extremely painful, but it is extremely rewarding, and your heart will be pumping up in the sky, shooting through the roof, whatever you want to call it. And a set is when you have done the same thing on the other leg. So when you switch after doing your 10 reps, you go on to the other leg, 10 reps, and all that will count as a set. And it will be painful. It will be extremely painful. Make sure that you've got water close by so that you are staying hydrated, because I know these exercises look simple, but trust and believe that you're going to be dying. You're going to be so dead. Don't say I didn't warn you. I can safely say I'm dead. Oh my goodness. Okay, so with this next exercise, you're basically doing burpees on steroids. And I am not joking with you when I am saying these are painful. They are extremely painful. I'm holding 4 kgs on my hands, and already doing that burpee with weights killed me. I'm not going to lie, I was genuinely dying. I was genuinely dying with this workout. I was just like at this point questioning my entire life and why the heck I was doing this to myself. But genuinely, after I did it, I really thank myself for it. But that's why I did 6 reps, because this was painful. So if you feel like it's gonna be too much for you, either get comfortable weights, because I was comfortable with the weights, but obviously they add that extra, kick, or you can just do normal burpees with reps that you're comfortable with. But I reckon for the extra challenge, try and do them this way, because wow, you can see that my legs are giving up on me, but I continue to push. And that's the thing with exercise. I mean, I feel like you're supposed to be feeling it. You're not supposed to be like, yes, you should be having fun, but in my opinion, if you're not dying, are you even really working out, like you need to be feeling it. You can't leave the gym and not feel like you've broken a sweat. Well, you can in days that you do feel off, but in order for you to say you're pushing, you need to make sure that you are really, really feeling it and that you honestly feel like giving up. So I was about almost done at this point. I was just like, I took probably a 2 minute break after those two sets, and I was like, okay, I'm going in for the last set and I'm going to finish it because I was dead. I was genuinely dead. Like, wow. Okay, with this one, I decided to add a bit of abs just to add that extra kick because I felt like I hadn't focused mostly on abs with the other exercises. So you're just gonna need some sliders, and you're basically going to be doing side by side planks, and you're going to be doing 3 of these, and by 12 I mean like in total. So you're basically doing 6 on each side for each leg. Basically it was just like, I've got a really not so strong core because I really don't focus on abs much. I don't know, I used to love doing abs at some point in my life and I just neglected it, I guess. And I'm lazy. I'm really lazy. I only do abs because I have to, and to be honest, I don't put in that much effort with them. But yeah. What are you doing? Eating.
You know what you must record?
Huh?
You must record me cycling.
Okay.
That. Me cycling.
Okay. Sorry? I am completely tired from my workout. It's roughly 30 minutes since I started. I'm like tired. So I think I'll go to... Let me just move aside. I think I'll go to the Stairmaster for maybe the next 15 minutes just to get in some more cardio, and then I'm calling it a day because wow, either that or I'll do some sprints on the treadmill. I think I'll do sprints instead. I'll do sprints instead of the Stairmaster. So I'm gonna do 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna do 10 minutes with sprints on the treadmill instead because I'm dead. I'm so dead.